Greetings everybody, you're watching the Moonstompers original show. I'm Mrs. Moonstomper.
And I'm Mr. Moonstomper. Roll the intro.
Hit it.
In the 70s, the UK was in decline. With unemployment high, strikes and civil unrest, a storm was brewing.
Dressed like that, you must be living in a different world. And your mother doesn't know why you can't look like all the other girls. First out you in the street, they wanna know your name. To reach you on the phone, 'cause they know your name.
In Northern Ireland, things were just as bad. Derry had been rocked by Bloody Sunday. But they were about to be rocked by something way bigger. Punk had kicked the door down and was marching in with its size 12 docks. This is the story of the Undertones.
Welcome back everybody.
Hope you're all well, guys. We've got a bit of a different setting, so we're not in the same studio. We've moved out of that studio just for a bit. So we're just going to try something new. And then around about Christmas, when we get the Christmas special, we're going to make an announcement as well.
Yes.
But hang tight for that one, stick around and stay tuned. So without further ado, Mrs. Moonstomper, what have you been listening to this week?
A little bit of lovely ska boogie.
Such as?
Beresford Ricketts, the Downbeats, Mellow Larks and the Blues Breakers.
Brilliant. And what's your LP of the week?
It's Booker T and the MGs.
Booker T and the MGs, a mod staple. Get you. Okay, brilliant.
Album called Melting Pot.
Brilliant LP. So I've been listening to a bit of Euro trash this week, bit of pop music. Lord only knows why, I just fancied it, and why not? And my LP of the week is AC/DC, Highway to Hell, Bon Scott's final effort, and what an effort it is too.
Yes.
So go check that out. So the Undertones, Mrs. M.
Oh yes.
Right, formed in Derry in 1974.
Yes, Derry, Northern Ireland.
Yeah, consisting of Fergal Sharkey on the vocals, John O'Neill rhythm guitar, vocals, Damien O'Neill lead guitar and vocals, Michael Bradley was it on the bass.
Yes.
And
did a bit of the vocals as well.
Okay, and then Billy, was it
Billy Doherty
on the drums.
Yeah.
And much of their early sort of their earlier stuff that drew from sort of like glam rock, that sort of thing, and then it went into post-punk. The material sort of released after 79.
And some new wave as well.
Yeah.
So they've got their influence.
Yeah, and then soul and Motown for the last LP. And they released, was it 13 singles and 4 studio albums between 78 and 83. And that was before Sharkey announced his intention to leave the band in May of 83, citing musical differences for the reason for the breakup, and that was he was more into soul and Motown. But you can hear that on his sort of solo efforts.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But it's this band is remarkable because of the backdrop as well. So Northern Ireland was a melting pot of trouble in the 70s.
Oh, was it?
Yes. And it was the troubles across Northern Ireland that it actually didn't inspire the band that much. So they weren't really political. More reliant on sort of adolescence and teenage issues. Heartbreak and angst. So think of it like a Northern Irish Buzzcocks, and you wouldn't be far wrong.
Right.
But it was the sort of the guitaring of John and Damien that sort of those hooks with those two guys melded with Fergal Sharkey's unique vocals that gave the band that unique flavour, and you just knew it was the Undertones straight away.
Because there is like shaky sort of a high-pitched falsetto sort of tone.
Now these guys reformed in '99 with Paul Paul McClune. Right, I'm not really into the latest stuff, but they're still going. They're still doing the old material. But for me, it was Fergal, Sharkey every time, just for those unique vocals. But are they not the most successful band to come out of Derry?
They certainly are,
apparently.
yes.
And then one of the most successful to have emerged from Northern Ireland. And props to those guys as well, especially for the troubles that they sort of had to go through. Now, these guys were all school friends.
They were, yes.
Hailing from the Cregan and Bog side in Northern Ireland, obviously.
Yes.
And they originally drew inspiration from artists such as the Beatles, was it?
The Beatles, Ramones as well, yes.
The Ramones later, but it was the Small Faces and Lindisfarne.
Gosh.
So
Fog and Matane.
Yeah, and because of those similar musical interests, that's where they decided to form the band.
Oh yes.
And they did the band. I think the band rehearsed in one of
There's a friend's shed, like a neighbourhood
garden shed. So
friend.
Garage band, but a shed band.
Shed band.
Okay, fair enough. Absolutely brilliant. But like I say, this might not be your thing, guys. But I think before they played any gigs at sort of venues, Vincent O'Neill left the band, and that's where he was replaced by his younger brother, which was Damien O'Neill.
Yes.
So.
Because of the troubles in Ireland, places and venues were like really shut early. They weren't open until late because of all the troubles.
That's right. So
entertainment venues.
Trying to get a gig that was nigh on impossible at that point in time. But wasn't Sharkey a scout leader of all things?
He was, yes.
So they managed to play lots of local scout huts, schools and church halls, that type of thing, just to get the music out, which I think is quite I could tell you a story or two about playing church halls, but there you go.
With respect to them,
but
anyway.
They weren't called the Undertones originally, were they?
No, they weren't. They was nameless at first, until I think it was he saw the name Undertones in a history book at school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I think they actually went under the name the Hot Rods and then the Feet as well, but they couldn't be called Little Feet, wasn't it?
Little Feet.
Feet.
F-E-A-T.
Yeah, but they couldn't be called that because that was used by another group.
Yes, so I had to change.
I don't actually recall that group.
I don't.
So it might have been a local group, if that makes sense. But like you say, it's Billy Doherty who proposed that name.
Yes.
But so the bit I really want to fast forward to is the sort of the making of that band.
Okay.
How that actually came to be. So we could sort of, it was the arrival of punk.
Yes.
In the 70s, so you got artists such as the Sex Pistols, for sure, the Buzzcocks, the Adverts as well. And the Ramones, especially the Ramones, and that put a major influence on the Undertones to sort of change the musical direction and go into punk. Why not?
Goodness.
And why not? At the time, it was the hottest ticket in town, surely.
Yes, it was.
But. Yeah, funny story. I think Sharkey, as well as being a scout leader, was he a television repairman or something?
He was.
And had his own van.
A delivery driver as well.
Oh, that was it, delivery driver.
A repairman as well.
And it was the van that he used for deliveries, was the van that actually used to get to gigs.
When all the stuff in, like the instruments and things.
When they started getting gigs, and I think the first sort of gig where they got a residency was at a place called the Casbah.
The Casbah bar.
Yeah, I think they started off with cover versions, then they started getting their own material, and it was their own material once they sort of got the
confidence. Lifted them off the ground.
Put
them to where they are.
It did. It's hard. What I say, as an unknown band, it's really, really hard to put your own material out and expect audiences to like it, especially when they've never heard it before. That is really, really difficult. But it was the Casbah where they actually started earning money, and they get 30 quid a concert.
Goodness me. Which was quite a bit back then.
I don't know, because I remember getting £75 between three. Well, there was 3 of us originally. Then there was 4 of us. Then there was 5 of us, back to 4.
Yeah, to share that 70,
and it wasn't a great deal of money. By the time you factored in guitar strings and new cables or a bag of chips or something like that, that was it. It was done. But it was the crack. Always.
It's always the crack though, isn't
it? But it was
Regardless.
They became really popular at that venue, really popular, but because of that, I think it was Teenage Kicks was like that was the springboard that really catapulted them into stardom.
They did.
And that was written by John O'Neill, was it?
John O'Neill.
In I think it was like 1977. And that's what really sort of increased their sort of musical ability. Was that it was always a stomper, that was.
Yes.
But I have to say, not one of my favourite songs.
Not for everybody, but for John Peel though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But that actually gave me, because of that, it gave me a springboard to support other bands, and I think I supported a Dublin punk band, which was the Radiators from Space.
Radiators from Space, yes.
Now I don't know those guys. So if you know those guys, in the comments below, I don't know them, but willing to check them out. So let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll wrap it up.
Back soon.
Back in a boat.
This program's been all about stardom, and the way it's presented to kids is a way out from working class life. We wanted to talk to you because when you first made it, people talked about the rags to riches story of the Undertones, and throughout your career, you've shied away from all those trappings of stardom. You haven't let yourselves be set up as having a lifestyle that kids should aim for. Why is that?
I think it's because we haven't got a lifestyle that people should aim for. Not yet, anyway.
We don't shy away from it. Like when it comes to a simple basic thing as travelling between England and Ireland, we fly. It may happen to be the most expensive, but it's also the quickest and the easiest way to do it, so we do it. It's just the people haven't pinpointed it. Is that we don't obviously have swimming pools because we'd be bloody stupid living in Northern Ireland. We have a swimming pool.
Couldn't afford one,
A, couldn't afford it, and B, it'd be a waste of complete utter waste of space.
Pee in the water.
But it was like a Rides to Riches story at the very, very beginning. Definitely, it was like a band from nowhere who suddenly, and there they were. But we personally don't shy away from it at all.
Whenever you started off in the band, did it ever occur to you that being the Undertones might be a way out of a dead-end job in Derry or being on the dole in Derry?
No.
It was a thought at one stage, but it was more an afterthought than sort of collectively getting together in John O'Neill's living room and saying, OK, we're going to get a route out of Derry, we'll form a band and make loads of money.
It is a way out, it is sort of, to some degree.
Yeah.
It's sort of getting away from a daily 9 to 5 job.
For how many bands is it an escape route? John, you've said it's an escape route.
Like, it's a cushy life, compared to, say, people I know live in Derry at the moment, It's fairly, we know we're lucky.
But you've been in the business now, what, 4 or 5 years. How many bands do you know are really earning huge sums of money?
Oh, we're not, anyway.
Not enough of it.
Why is it that we don't, why the Undertones aren't worthy of being like, the mainstream of British culture, as it were?
That's what we keep asking ourselves, and we're trying to change all that.
Well, you're doing it now, go on.
The thing, like, we never, like, the way that I seen it anyway was London being sort of with the reputation it had during the late 60s of being the fashion centre of the world and setting the pace for everybody else. And the Undertones, like, in general, in the past 2-3 years, haven't exactly been trendsetters. Maybe as regards music, but not physically. And I think people just couldn't really relate to it the way they can to like, Joe Strummer and Mohican haircut.
No, that's really... whenever we first started, the thing was anti-fashion. And there was a big thing on.
It was like a deliberate thing.
And it was natural for us. We just did what we felt.
No, tables have kind of turned now. If you can be more glamorous, like groups like Duran Duran are getting really popular because they're good looking. It's getting like a rollers. Basic rollers kind of.
The reason why we stayed the way we are too must have something to do with the fact that we sort of still go back to Derry and stuff, and it sort of keeps our, it's totally different from in London, where you see in groups all the time, or and you're meeting pop stars all the time and things, you know. And there it's just, you're talking about the football and what bet you're putting on a weekend and stuff, you know.
But I think the real point that should be made is the fact that it's not as really as hip as people make it out to be. If we can sell out this place and if we've been able to exist through all the trends that have gone on in the past year, then it's not a big a deal really as the NME and the rest of the music papers make out of it. Yeah. That there are basically people there who just want to come and listen to good music.
They just want to listen to the music and be there and just see it.
Yeah.
The reason why a lot of them groups always, because they seem more of a, they're more successful, I think, and they seem more pop stars, is because they're fairly ruthless. Because a lot of times they've been told, dress like this because it sells records.
Yes, right, the image.
It's more like because it's a natural thing for them to do, because that's what they've been brought up on too, you know.
But why do you think
Not every case.
Why do you think that pop groups are pushed into an image?
Because money.
People buy it. People buy it. You know, look at Duran Duran.
Like we've suffered in the last
But why
year
do
or so
people buy it?
because
People,
with lack of an
well, you know,
image.
people. God knows, I have no idea because I don't buy it. You know, people obviously see something in them which they don't see in themselves, or something in them which they would like to have a hold of, and the way they can have a hold of it is being out and paying out £1 and buying a.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that little interlude.
Yeah, certainly hope you did. So, as we were saying, the route to fame for this band was Teenage Kicks.
Yes.
Well, actually did an EP off the back of that, and that EP cost them £200 to make.
Gosh,
And
that was a lot back then.
well, not particularly. Not when it's pressed onto vinyl. That's not a great deal of money. That's a really, really small budget.
Okay.
You know, for a 4-track EP.
Yes.
It's a lot of money when you haven't got the money, but in terms of budgets, that's no budget at all. But that was recorded in Belfast, if I remember rightly. And I was it on the Wizard label or something like that?
Wizard, yes.
Yeah, Wizard label. And it was when John Peel actually got to hear that, because they sent that out to different record labels, and it was Sire Records that actually signed those guys.
Yes.
Where I think they were given like a £10,000 advance or something like that.
That's big money.
Now that was big money.
Oh, yeah.
That was huge money. But you could hear in that little interlude where we were watching that interview, those guys weren't very materialistic, if that makes sense. But I think the reason being was in Northern Ireland you just couldn't afford to be, because everything was, I'm not saying everything was blown to smithereens.
Most of the place was destroyed.
It was a constant battle,
yes,
all the
day in,
time,
day out.
constant battle, and that's a shame. But Northern Ireland is a beautiful country. It's absolutely beautiful,
whole of
and
Ireland.
yeah, it's and the heart of those people as well. That those guys have got a massive heart,
Yes.
and it's full of love. It really is. But it was just a disagreement. But we're not going to get into the politics of it.
Or the religion.
Yeah, but John Peel. Now John Peel was the one. Yeah, he was the one who put the Undertones on the map, really.
Yes.
So the EP, but without John Peel playing that on BBC and inviting those guys onto Top of the Pops in, I think it was 1978, if I remember rightly. It was that was the catalyst for bigger things to come.
That's it. Made them sky high. I think like Teenage Kicks is like one of the most popular.
It's the most popular, but like I say, it's not my favourite, but it was John Peel's favourite, and it was John Peel's favourite single until the day he died in 2004.
Which has got that bit out of the song emblazoned on his headstone.
On his headstone, was it?
Yes.
I can't remember what it is on his headstone.
Teenage Dreams, so hard to beat.
Yeah, there
something
you go.
like that, yes.
Yeah.
Which we featured in the John Peel video we made a few months back.
We did indeed. Yeah.
Oh yes.
So I mean, we could talk all day about this band.
And all night.
But yeah, but for me, it's the earlier part. It's those between sort of 75 and 83, where they literally kicked the doors down and they went, hang on, this is what Northern Ireland can do. You know, I know you got lots of stiff little fingers and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
But there just wasn't enough from over the water.
There wasn't.
But what came from over the water, whether that be from Ireland or Northern Ireland, was, I've got to say, it's great. But you guys at home...
Not for everybody though.
No, I mean, you guys might beg to differ. I think Teenage Kicks only got to number 31.
Gosh.
So
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I thought it got higher than that, but I think it got 31 if I remember rightly.
It was 31.
So what was your favourite Undertones single?
Jimmy.
I love Jimmy Jimmy because it's got such a football chant background. It really has. It's just that. It's just brilliant. It really is.
Have you got a favourite?
Well, I like My Perfect Cousin, but I don't know.
You got another one, or do you feel like stick to Perfect Cousin? Kevin.
I like that because it's just
typical of the time, isn't it?
He hates his fucking cousin with a passion because his cousin's brilliant at everything. He just can't fucking stand him. And hands up, who knows a person like that who's just fucking perfect in every way.
Makes you want to go, but we don't come down.
No, we don't. Absolutely not.
Saying.
So just saying. But yeah, I mean, I would say for me, they didn't really do a bad track.
No.
So it'd be a real hard pick, but I'd be with you there on Jimmy Jimmy.
Okay.
I really would be. So Mrs. Moonstomper, short and sweet as ever.
Yeah.
A bit like me, short and sweet. Have you got anything else?
Before I say anything else, can I just mention Virgil Sharkey went solo?
Oh yeah, so he did. So he went to
this group called Assembly.
The Assembly. Yeah, The Assembly.
Vince Clarke in.
Vince Clarke is a wonderful musician.
Yes.
Yes. King of synthesizers, or one of them in my opinion. Might not be your thing again, but quite good. But you could hear the soul influence
behind,
there.
Yes.
Yeah, you could, and in his solo efforts you could hear that as well. The soul and Motown. He's got a very, very soulful voice.
When he sang
A Good Heart.
Good Heart, yes.
Yeah, you could hear that straight away. It was completely different.
Yes.
And that's when he let his voice go properly. Yes, completely different. But now he's an ambassador for British Waterways.
Yes.
Yeah, for like the Clean campaign for British Waterways.
Clean water, yes.
So props
Big up to him.
Yeah, props to him for that. So he's still there, but he just vowed never to go back to the Undertones. It just wasn't his life anymore.
He's been there, done that, so got nothing else.
Certainly has. So anything else, Mrs. Moonstomper?
Yes. I have.
Oh God, we're going to get a joke now, guys. I do apologise in advance.
Walking through a cornfield. Walk through by all means. Say whatever you want to say, but don't spill any of your deepest, darkest secrets, because the corn has ears. Corn have ears.
Right, okay, I do apologise, guys. I'm so sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Moving swiftly on. What have we got?
Anything else?
Nothing like that. Good heavens above, no.
Fine.
Right, so have we got anything else?
No.
What's coming up next week? You don't know, do you?
No, you did say, but this minute I can't remember.
No.
My brain's all
rusty. So we have one more coming up, and then we've got a Christmas special coming up. Now on the Christmas special, we're gonna reveal something. So it's nothing bad. It's not me revealing myself or Mrs. Moonstomper, you'll be pleased to know. However, we will reveal something on the Christmas special, which I hope you're going to like. This involves the way the channel's going to go next year.
Yes.
So, have you got anything else?
I haven't. No.
I've got nothing else either. Guys, short and sweet as ever. I've been Mr. Moonstomper. Much peace, much love. Keep moonstomping. Love you all. Over and out.
Much peace, much love. I've been Mrs. Moonstomper. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Love ya. Bye.
I wanna be a real I know.